Hi everyone, I'm 32 weeks pregnant today, and this week it's been pretty much the same as last week. The heartburn still there, still got a lot of backache. If I'm not walking around for a long time or I stand up for a long time, I get really bad backache, quite low down, and I feel like I just want to just sit down. And the carpal tunnel as well, every now and again, like I do feel that, but I do put the wrist brace on, it does help. So they're the main things really this week that's really been bothering me, symptoms wise. Still get a lot of pressure on my pubic bone, still quite a lot of pressure, especially when I walk. I can feel so much pressure, and maybe that's because the baby's head's like sort of partly engaged. Last week I said that in my midwife appointment that she wrote down something in a certain box. Well, I had a little look, and I checked it out, and I'm 3/5. The baby's head's 3/5 engaged. And what that means is they feel the baby's head and they feel 5 fingers worth. I don't know if it's like that, or I don't know, but they feel the baby's head as five fingers. That's what the 5 is. And she could feel 3 fingers worth of the baby's head above my pubic bone, which meant that 2 fingers worth of the baby's head is in my pelvis. I can't think of the word. It's in my pelvis. So that doesn't mean the baby's going to come on time. That doesn't mean the baby's going to be early or anything like that. Because if it was my first baby, it probably would have stayed there. But with second babies, they tend to bob in and out. So it doesn't really mean it's going to. It doesn't really mean it's going to like stay or come out. It could do either. It could stay, it might come out, it depends. Although I think the baby's head, I think it is going to stay. I think just because all that pain, like that pressure I'm getting, I just think it's still there. Something else. Oh, that, because the baby's head's engaged, that makes me think that the baby's spine is facing my tummy. Because lots of babies can't get themselves engaged if they're the other way around. Like, you know, if they've got their spine to your spine. My camera just died, so I've just had to charge it up, but I'm back. Yeah, so that makes me think that the baby's head is that makes me think that the baby's spine is anterior. I think that's right, isn't it? Because a lot of the time babies can't get engaged if the spine's laying against your spine, because the biggest part of the head's trying to get into the pelvis. Babies' heads don't always like babies can't always get engaged if they're that way around. So it makes me think that if it's got engaged this early, or just partially engaged this early, then it must have its spine on the front. But not only that, also I can feel the baby's spine like through my skin and my tummy. I can just, on the left side, I can feel this hard lump, and like I can like run my fingers down it, and it just feels slightly bumpy, so I know it's a spine. It kind of makes me think like the babies, well, I mean at the 32 weeks they are still quite skinny. The third trimester is all about fat, that baby's putting on a load of fat under their skin. Like the second trimester is like that growing longer, and then the third one's like getting chunkier. So I know it's still pretty skinny anyway. So that doesn't mean anything. So I'm sitting there saying, oh, baby feels pretty skinny. It's gonna be skinny. So, yeah, quite exciting really that the baby's kind of got itself engaged really, because that makes me think that everything's like all systems go for a home birth, and also for a natural birth as well. So I'm really quite happy about that. So I'll show you the belly. 41 and a half. I can't remember where it was last week. Was it 41 and a half last week? I can't remember. Anyway, that's everything. Yeah, so I'll speak to you next week for week 32.